What's up, ladies and gentlefolk? It is me, B-Train, and I am here today to discuss with you, or tonight, to discuss with you. Basically, I am sorely disappointed in the product that has been presented tonight. Monday Night Raw was another 3-hour production, and it featured, well, who else? John Cena, CM Punk, Big Show, and Daniel Bryan in the main event. Other events that occurred that night was Tensai versus Sin Cara, which held no significance on the show whatsoever. You're trying to tell me that I have to sit here and subject myself to watching programming because it's entertaining. You had Dolph Ziggler, Jericho, and The Miz in a triple threat match. Guys, if you want to keep good talent like Jericho, maybe it would make sense to have him win a match or two, even if he wants out or rumors of him wanting out. It doesn't matter. You should at least give him some leeway in the company. And by the way, I was disappointed in the show. Did I mention that earlier in my segment? Yes! Yes! You know what? That clip finally made sense to me, even though I've used it a million times. Do you know why that is? It's because tonight, the 3-hour production, I was flipping back and forth, to be honest with you, between Monday Night Football, despite that ugly game, and Monday Night Raw. What I happened to catch glimpses of, it made me want to just, just dig myself a hole or a 6-foot grave. Because honestly, the announce team isn't doing a great job at all announcing. The matches are, subpar. A little bit entertaining for the main event. Daniel Bryan, John Cena, CM Punk, and Big Show. It would be entertaining had something accidental happened, like for example, if CM Punk was going for the GTS and CM Punk got laid out by Cena and still picked up the victory. Sorry, I can't talk because I'm just completely flabbergasted by how bad things were tonight. What do I mean by that? Brock Lesnar and Shawn Michaels. Okay, you want to talk about rushing things a little much? How about the fact that, when you blow things out of proportion, for the contract signing and then make an obvious statement, but I will see you next week, is what Brock Lesnar told Shawn Michaels. I'm sorry. That just makes me clench my fist and say, obvious storyline. Way too damn obvious. Now, so what does that leave for SummerSlam? Maybe Shawn Michaels will be at ringside in a cast. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But what can I tell you that will make sense? I mean, Paul Heyman supposedly goes to the backstage area, where all the cars are in the parking lot area and backstage. And Shawn Michaels trying to exit the arena. Dent, Paul Heyman's car. Heyman acts like there's nothing wrong. And then Lesnar pulls Michaels out of the car, proceeds to pull him out to the ring, and kicks his ass. Puts him in the Kimura lock. You know what? I'm not in the mood for those yes, yes, yes clips, but it did precede the stupidest build-up I've ever seen between two superstars. I'm not talking about Triple H and Brock Lesnar. I'm talking about Shawn Michaels and Brock Lesnar. I'll see you next week. Can you say that this storyline has, overdone itself? Well, it's a new one, but it's getting to be pretty redundant and repetitive in just 2 weeks. And by the way, the mention of 3-hour programming... Yes! Yes! Okay. I'm not in the mood for yes, yes, yes clips. I'm in the mood for better wrestling and more skill put in that ring. Ryback versus JTG. And now he's got a rivalry with Jinder Mahal. Okay, that's something new. But the angle, it's a little bit rushed. and there's no substance behind it. Give him somebody that he can beat down. No. Give Ryback somebody that's a challenge, not Brodus, who currently has been injured on the show and not liable to wrestle. I'm wanting somebody like, I don't know, Mark Henry. Then I might be impressed. You know, if he can go through all these superstars at the rate he's going, then he's another Bill Goldberg. And to tell you the truth, guys, I'm more than disappointed. I mean, I barely watched the show. And even though I was flipping back and forth between channels, I mean, I literally thought, wow, I mean, I got myself into watching this stuff again. Maybe it'll get good. Maybe by 3-hour production, they'll end up bringing back some people. Roddy Piper's Pit. Jericho's highlight reel. I know it may have been late or may have been misplaced. But you know what? Those two, Jericho and Piper, at least some flavor was added to this week's storyline. But I'm going to address something else real quick. Well, not really. I'm going to address it in a long manner. I am a biased CM Punk fan, and what I saw tonight was kind of funny. John Cena tried CM Punk's moves and got booed. CM Punk tried John Cena's moves and got cheered. I wonder why. It's because the quality that CM Punk provides as a superstar, as an entertainer, he said it backstage. He's being honest. Something that John Cena fails to do on a daily basis. By being honest, sure, he's a good guy outside the ring. What I mean by good superstar, how about providing the fans answers instead of roundabout answers that is put on paper for him? And by the way, I find it funny that CM Punk is still cheered on by the fans. And Cena, well, he still gets this reaction. Yeah, see, those chants are the same throughout every single arena that he goes to. CM Punk?
You know, there's a whole other roster besides CM Punk and John Cena.
I know there's somebody else on the roster. But you know what? It's not our fault that we have to be subjected to such torture as bad wrestling. The Bulldog attempt, oh my God. Cena, you need to go back to wrestling school. Maybe that might help you in your quest to becoming a better wrestler and entertainer for World Wrestling Entertainment. CM Punk, I applaud you. Great job, man. I hope to see a good result at SummerSlam. I hope that all the rumors about Cena winning the title are not true because, let's face it, I really wish that The Rock, would face a real competitor. And by real competitor, I mean somebody that can give him a run for his money. I don't care if Punk loses against The Rock, but it would be awesome to see somebody else make a stand in WWE. That's pretty much where I come from as far as perspective on tonight's Monday Night Raw. If you don't like it, well,
you're not done yet. Where's the credits? God, you suck.